Hello all, this is BAWLZY here. So I just got done doing a video for the CA-50 on the 3 macros that I have for that one. The startup, and then after flying and shooting and getting shot at, coming back to the FARP and doing the other 2 macros, which is the partial shutdown and repair, and then the last macro would be the startup from the partial shutdown and repair. And basically I have the same thing, but I just got done doing those macros for the Mi-8, and I'm just wanting to showcase them too. Alright, so without further ado, go ahead and hop in here. And this one's neat because it's got a lot of switches while it's doing the startup. I'm going to go ahead and see if the profile is set up, and it is. Alright, so go ahead and get started.
In field 1-1, request startup.
Request startup. After it gets confirmation, brings up the rearm window, and then I can mess with the refuel and then the armament. Go ahead and get those on here and get the Coast Guard set up for the skin, and then as soon as I press OK,
Request rearming.
let go of the switch, and it leaps to life, including kicking me out just in time to see the APU start up, and the tail close up. You get the gunner in the tail, and then the side gunner, all the lighting. And then you get to watch the armament get put on there, and the left turbine starts cranking. See the Huey over there cranking up. Huey CA-50 and the Mistral. So it brings me back inside the cockpit just in time to maybe mess with the lighting if I wanted to, and then of course after doing that, that's on night missions or dark days, but as soon as it hits about 70% on the left turbine, start cranking on that one, and then it kicks me back outside just to watch it wind up. As it winds up, you're gonna hear it request takeoff. That's dog's barking. Gets confirmation, and as soon as it gets confirmation, it turns off my own lighting except for the beacon light on the tail. And the blisters close, the fans turn on, hit about 70% on the right turbine, and back outside, just in time to see the RPM hit about 90%. Now I can lift off, turn off the beacon light. Let's get away from these guys. So while I'm flying along here, I like it whenever it closes the blisters, it actually turns the fans on because it's hot inside the cockpit, you know. Okay, so while we're flying over there, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the gunners, tell them to go free fire and long bursts. And of course, gotta move this a little bit. It all depends on the angle and how far you up above the ground whenever you fire. And of course it already sets up the rockets to fire right as soon as I get off the ground. Bad aim. Gunner going ape shit. Make a turn. Already took some fire, so I'm gonna go ahead and limp back hopefully. Don't get shot down on the way back. Give him help, buddy. Get him, get him. Oh, let's see if I can do this on fast forward. Whew. It's a little hard to deal with on fast forward. Oh. Okay. Alright, so made it back to the farm. Get turned around here. Come into the farm. Just as with the Car 50, I can basically do this from right here. Start shutting down the turbines. Request repair. Crank the rotors to where it stops the rotor tips quicker. Then as the rotor tips come to a stop, the time starts for my repair. I'm going to go ahead and speed that one up. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. We should be starting repair right now. We already had the Car 50, the Huey, and the Mistral already land. And on this one, on the startup sequence from partial shutdown, I do actually have the rearmament window option as I do the startup from that point. So that's finished, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back inside the cockpit. And I got the red lights on just for effect because we're in an emergency situation, just got repaired. And bring the rotor tips back to normal. Make sure the throttle's down, and I'm going to go ahead and start up the sequence of startup from partial shutdown and repair. And 3, 2.
In field 1-1. Request startup.
Request startup. Receives confirmation. Gives me the window. I can go ahead and spend as much time on this part as I want to. do whatever, switch the skins, and then of course right as soon as I press OK, I let go of the switch right after I press OK, and then watch it
Request rearming. Copy.
hop to life. Start up the APU. Got the lights turning on. The viewpoint went to the outside. And the left turbine starts cranking. Brings me back inside. And of course the radar altimeter, I have that set. It does all by itself. And then as soon as it hits about 55%, the right turbine starts cranking, and 70% on the left turbine, so I start cranking on lap 1. And it kicks me back outside just to watch it spool up. Then it requests takeoff. After it receives takeoff confirmation again, it turns off the lighting, all except for the beacon on the tail. And then as soon as I, oh, of course the blisters close again, and the fans turn back on. As soon as I hit 70% on the right turbine, kicks me back outside just in time to see it go to 90%. At that point, we're at the end of our video for the Mi-8. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. It's very fun to have these macros do all that for me. Not that I don't like knowing how to do it, because I do have to do research, and I do have to know how to do it to set the macros up. But whenever you're in a time crunch, it is nice to have that extra little bit of time. So, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and catch you later.